Your Jlab headphones stopped working, so this is what you're going to need to fix them, to have them charging in your case once again. You're going to need a 1.5 voltage battery. Doesn't matter, it could be a C battery, B battery, A, C, D, I don't care. As long as it's a 1.4, you could have a AAA as long as it's a 1.5 voltage battery, just like this one. You're going to need your headphones. You're going to need a meter with DC. You're going to need a meter with DC voltage testing, and you know it's DC with the 3 dotted lines underneath, and you put this to milliamps or the number 2 over here. You're also going to need some copper wire or aluminum wire, just like this one. It could be 6 gauge, it could be 10 gauge, it could be 5, 4, I don't care. The voltage drop will happen, but what I'm using here is 16 gauge wire. Your leads, some electrical tape. So electrical tape, and that should be it. I'll show you guys how to fix your headphones right now. So recently I bought these J-Buds, and the left headphone wasn't charging because the battery inside the J-Bud, it was dead. When you put the battery back into the case when it's completely dead, it won't charge at all. It won't be able to grab a charge from the case. So what I did to fix this headphone, I just did it like 2 minutes ago, was first I took out the headphone. So I'm gonna use it on my right headphone. Right headphone completely works, as you can see, but I'm gonna give you guys a demo of what I did. The first thing you do is you find out if your headphone has a charge on it and which ones are the positive and negative. So you take a meter. So I have this Klein meter, and you have to make sure that you're able to put your meter on DC and whatever volume you have. So I just put it on DC, and you know it's DC because of the line underneath the voltage, which is like dotted. So that's DC. So I put it on 2, which is a 2 decimal. I put my leads in, do all that. So I have these headphones, and what I'm doing is I'm gonna put my red lead on the front right, and then my black lead on the left, like that. And you can see that the meter showing me so my meter's showing me 1.37 right now. So that means there is voltage. If you were to do the opposite, where you put your black lead on the opposite, so let's say you put the lead on the opposite side. So instead of, so you have like this, and now it's showing me a negative over here. That means that you have your leads opposite, and that means the positive is on the other side and your negative is on the left side. So now you know which one's your positive and which one's your negative. So if I have it like this, and it's showing me a negative, that means this lead, where the red lead is, that means that's the negative side, and this one's the positive. If you have a positive charge like I had it before, like this, where my left lead is on the left side, that means you have the right leads. This is the positive. This is the positive where I have my left lead on, and this is my negative. So now that we know which ones are our positive and our negatives, we go back here. We tape our wire onto the battery. So let's just put the black wire on the negative side, like this. So get some tape. And make sure when you tape the wires that they're completely secure to the battery so they don't drop. And make sure you don't touch none of the wires together. You keep them both separate so they don't short the battery and the acid doesn't come out of the battery. So like this. Tape it good. Make sure it's in contact. See, right now I don't have it contact because it's kind of difficult, but put it down like this. Push it down on the wire when you're taping it, and pull it across. And any extra tape, you could just put it to the side. Just make sure it's in contact. Again, that's the only way you're gonna get power. So now, what you do now is you get my other wire, which is right here, and you do the same thing for the positive. Again, make sure you don't touch anything or don't touch each other so you don't short the battery, just like this. take some tape. This is like, I just did this like 2 minutes ago, so I just figured this out because my headphone hasn't been working for about 2 weeks. So it's a good thing that I thought of this idea. And now it's charging. This was with my left headphone. Obviously I won't do it now because I don't want to damage a headphone that I already have. So just remember your positive and your negative. I think this was the positive and this one was the negative. But just to make sure you test one more time, because you don't want to short it with the opposite voltage. So this is positive, this is negative. My left hand has to be the red wire, and so left hand, red wire, black wire, and you just across these contacts. Make sure they don't touch, make sure the wires don't touch each other. Just put your wire to the contacts itself. Do it, hold it for like maybe 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Once that happens, try to put your headphone back into your case as quickly as possible and see if it starts charging. I hope this video helped. If you guys have any other problems with the headphones itself, let me know in the comments below and I'll try to get to your comments.